Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Hello, everybody. We're so excited to be joining Pride celebrations at the Kitchener Public Library, which welcomes everyone from Kitchener, Waterloo, Cambridge, and the region of Waterloo.
Yay!
Welcome to Faye and Fluffy Storytime Pride Edition.
Thank you so much, Kitchener Public Library, for having us in. And hello, everybody. Oh, I like that outfit.
Which one?
Oh, right. Just look right over there.
Oh, that one. That's beautiful.
Oh, they've got some snacks there with them.
You are always looking for snacks.
I really am. It's so nice to see everybody. I wonder if there's anybody here that's seen us before.
I hope so.
Maybe.
Because we got a chance to come to the Kitchener Public Library a couple of years ago, and we loved it. The library was incredible.
It was so wonderful. And we are Faye and Fluffy Storytime.
That's right.
In case you don't know us, we've been doing story times for 5 years.
This is our anniversary,
Can you
isn't it?
believe it? And so we're so excited to be here. Obviously,
Yeah.
I think it shows that we're very excited. But I don't know if everybody knows who each of us is.
Well, we should probably introduce ourselves.
Why don't you start?
My name is Faye Sliff, the Lady Bear Extraordinaire.
Hi, Faye.
Hi, everyone. And friend, why don't you introduce yourself?
Thanks. My name is Fluffy Souffle.
Hi, Fluffy.
You can call me Fluffy.
Hi, Fluffy.
Hi, friends. And we're going to read a selection of some of our favorite books. And we hope you enjoy them. We're going to sing a couple songs. We're going to read some books. We're going to talk about Pride.
Yeah.
And we're so happy to have you all here.
At the beginning of every Faye and Fluffy story time, we start off with a song. And if you happen to know it, join in at home. And it goes something like this. 1, 2, 3. We're all together again. We're here. We're here. We're all together again. We're here. We're here. And who knows when we'll be all together again.
We really actually don't know right now. Often we'll say, look, we've got story times coming up here or here or at this great location, but we can't say that right now. But we do know that we're doing the best we can to keep our communities and our families and our friends safe.
Yes.
So we're doing that by social distancing. We're wearing our masks. We're getting vaccinated if we can. And we're taking care of ourselves, which means that we can take care of our communities. So for now, we can't be in person, but we're so glad to be here virtually. And you can keep up with us on our social media. Our Instagram's the best place, @FayeandFluffy. We also have a Facebook page and a website. So keep up with us, and hopefully we'll be able to stay in contact and then hang out in person real soon.
We're all together again. We're here. We're here.
And you're there.
Yeah.
And we're here.
And we're here.
But we've recorded this special story time just for you.
Yeah.
And so we hope that you enjoy our stories.
Yeah.
Now,
before we read, we just want to acknowledge that we are reading with permission from Access Copyright on behalf of the publishers of the following books. Be You, A Family is a Family, and then we are reading the following books, Just Add Glitter, with permission from Simon & Schuster, as well as Not Quite Narwhal and Our Rainbow.
there you go. So we're going to start off by sharing a book called Be You. And I'm going to take this off.
Ooh.
What we love about book jackets is when you have a hardcover book, often they come with a jacket, and sometimes it's a different art.
Yeah, it reveals different artwork on the cover.
Sometimes it's something that you might find inside. Sometimes it's something totally different and funny. So this one's just got a little simplified image that I think we're going to find inside.
Perfect.
Be you. You were born to be so many things. And all around here are different words to describe who we can be. We can be so many different things all at once, like persistent and heroic and generous, and yourself. I like that one. Brave, artistic, peaceful, feisty.
I have one word that's in there that I really love, and I think it applies to both of us.
Is it creative?
Well, that too, but hungry. We love snacks. Who are we kidding? My wish for you, no matter where your journey leads, is for you to always be you. Who else could you be, friend?
Born to be me. Be ready to take that next step toward being an amazing human being. I love this person's creative outfit.
I love their hat. Be curious. Turn every stone, ask every why, and keep digging deeply. Discover your own answers.
Now, Faye, during the week, is a kindergarten teacher, and your kids are very good at being curious.
Oh my
aren't
goodness, they are incredible. The questions and the things that they want to know and the things they ask me. And so I try to do research online to find videos for us to help answer those questions. And we engage in discussions, and then we sort of culminate all the data that we figured out, and then we share that with everybody in the class. Yeah, it's
Great.
pretty amazing. I love teaching kindergarten.
Be adventurous. Live a big life. When you're ready, step outside your comfort zone, bravely explore new paths, and see where they lead you. I love trying new things. I love stepping outside my comfort zone, even though sometimes it's kind of hard.
Yeah, it can be a bit scary. Be connected. Find kindred spirits. Be with those who make you feel like the real you.
Imagine the two of us on a glitter bicycle for two, a tandem bike.
A tandem bike.
Finding connections with people is so important.
Absolutely.
Be persistent. Keep going, never stop. Keep going, never stop. Keep going, never stop.
What is the message?
Keep going, never stop.
Don't give up. Be different. Be silly, be quirky, be odd, be unique, be weird, be colorful. Be okay with being different. Be just the way you are. Yeah, let's not get into copying other people or being other people. Be yourself.
Be kind, be understanding. Help those around you to be themselves. Listen, then listen some more. Learn more about who they are. Because making new friends and making connections is not just telling somebody else about you. It's about listening to them and letting them tell you who they are.
Yeah.
And sometimes that means coming out in different ways. Maybe somebody wants to use a new name or a new pronoun, and that's all part of listening to people and respecting them.
Be brave. Try new things. Take a deep breath. You're going to do this with me. And plunge forward into brand new experiences. It gets easier every time you try.
Are you brave sometimes?
Yeah, I think I'm brave a lot of times. I think there are times where I'm nervous about being brave.
Yep.
But I ultimately am, because I just keep plowing through.
Good. Be your own thinker. Think for yourself and set your own unique course. It isn't always easy, but you'll be heading in the direction of you.
Be okay being alone. Take time to be on your own, hear your own thoughts, your inner voice, and always, always listen to your heart.
There's a song called Listen to Your Heart.
Listen to your heart when it's calling to you. Listen to your heart.
Be patient. Being more you takes time. Take a deep breath. I like this book. Really encourages taking deep breaths.
A lot of self-regulation and mindfulness.
Relax. Let your future unfold at its own pace. It'll be worth it. It'll be worth the wait. We can't rush time. Time is a thing that is constant.
And I'm always telling my students to stay 5 forever.
Nah.
They're not buying it. Be okay reaching out for help, friends. It's so important. When you need a helping hand, a compassionate ear, an encouraging word, reach out. Don't go on alone. Sometimes we get too caught up worrying about the fact that we think that when we're vulnerable like that, maybe we'll get rejected from our friends. But the reality is that our friends care about us.
Mhm.
They love us.
Or that will be a bother.
Yeah. Ask
No.
for help.
Ask your friends and family
Mhm.
for help. As you voyage out into the world, remember, no matter what, you will always be loved.
Mhm. You are ready, so go ahead. Be you. Be very, very you.
The end. Go ahead. Be yourself. Be the best version of you. Each day is a new chance to be more you. Be You by Peter H. Reynolds.
And we're using our hands this way. This is ASL, American Sign Language, for applause.
Mhm. We've been using a lot in our virtual story times because,
Mhm.
often people are on mute or we can't see them. And so it's just a way for us to show excitement and celebrate things.
Yeah.
With a little of this. Maybe we should do some more kind of exercises with our hands with a little
That's a
song.
good idea. Open and shut them, open and shut them, give them a little pop, pop, pop. Open and shut them, open and shut them, put them on your
Nose.
nose. Don't put them up your nose, friends.
I said nose.
I know,
but
and you're touching your
I was
ears,
touching my ears.
and I'm touching my nose.
Nose.
Open and shut them, open and shut them, put them on your head, head. Open and shut them, open and shut them, put them on your lap, lap. So this next book I'm going to read, I'm reading this with permission from Access Copyright on behalf of the publisher.
Same.
A family is a family is a family. We were talking about families at school. The teacher asked us what we thought made our family special. I went last because I wasn't really sure what to say. My family is not like everybody else's.
Well, just like every person is different, every family is different.
Mm-hmm. My mom and dad have been best friends since first grade. They really like each other. It's kind of gross. Their parents are very much in love.
Some parents have known each other for a long
time. There are lots of kids in our family. Mom and dad just keep coming home with more. I have a feeling that perhaps there are children who are adopted, perhaps foster children.
Yep.
Perhaps they're
I guess they have a lot of space and a lot of love.
lots of love. Both my moms are terrible singers. And of course, they both like to sing really loud. It looks like the neighbors downstairs are enjoying it. You see that?
Yeah.
I have more grandparents than anybody else I know. And that looks like a family tree.
Mm-hmm.
We have a new baby in our house, and I think my mom ordered them from online.
Well, a lot of people are ordering more things online.
That's
these days.
right. They certainly are. We all look alike in my family. We just kind of go together.
Some families really look alike. My family really looks alike.
Your family does look very much alike. One week my mom gets me, and then the next my dad does. Fair's fair. How lucky for them. They have 2 houses to go to, which means they have 2 of their own bedrooms.
I grew up going to both parents' places, but I didn't have 2 different bedrooms. So I was only with my dad in the summertime. So I didn't need a full room all year. And then we'd go in the summer and me and my brother would share a room.
Oh, yeah?
We had bunk beds
Oh, bunk beds.
till I fell off.
Oh,
No, we didn't have bunk beds anymore.
yeah, that tends to happen sometimes with the bunk beds, doesn't it? Some people say I look like my dad, and then some people say I look like my mom, and I kind of think I just look like me. My mom says that before I was born, I grew in her heart.
Hmm.
Because I live with my grandmother, people sometimes think that she's my mother. She's not. She's my everything.
Oh.
I love this book so much. Some of the kids were my dad's when he met my mom, and some were my mom's when she met my dad. Now we all belong to one another. It's a blended family.
Yeah.
One of my dads is tall and one of my dads is short. They both give good hugs.
Mm-hmm.
Each one of these families is unique and special.
They really are.
So I listened to everybody else, and then I remembered the time someone saw us all together in the park. She asked my foster mother to point out her real children. Oh, I don't have any imaginary children, she said. All of my children are real. Best.
Mhm.
Best. Will you help me say this?
Yes.
A family is a family is a family. And at the heart of all those families is love. Ta-da.
We're family.
We are family.
We're chosen family.
That's right, my darling. We
Mm.
are.
Would you like to read a book with me now?
Yes.
We've got some books here that we're reading thanks to Simon & Schuster.
Yes. The next 3 books are, we have the permission from the publisher, from Simon and Schuster.
Simon and
Whoops,
Schuster.
I mean Simon and Schuster.
Gonna get us in trouble.
I know, I said both those S's and both of them came out like shh. Simon and Schuster.
And here is one of our
Favorite. I'm glad we're sharing this.
Me too. It's called Not Quite Narwhal. And here's another example of some different artwork underneath.
It's beautiful.
All right. You look like you're sitting back lounging.
I know.
You've got a book to read.
I know. I was like, oh, I'm going to sit here and listen to you read. And then I was like, wait a
Oh,
second, I have to
We're
read
sharing
too.
this one. Kelp was born deep in the ocean. I just love little baby kelp.
Little kelp. He knew early on that he was different from the other narwhals. His tusk wasn't really as long as everyone else's, and he had different tastes in food. He's not really a fan of what appears to be squid
Nope.
or what looks
Mm,
like
his little
shrimps.
face.
Yeah, he's like, ugh. And of course, he wasn't a very good swimmer.
But his friends didn't seem to mind, so Kelp decided he wouldn't either. Like, does it look like they're still having fun?
Yeah. That was until he was swept away by a strong current. Oh, I wish I were a better swimmer. I hope Kelp's okay.
Kelp found himself at the surface, closer to land than he'd ever been before. High up on a cliff, he spotted a mysterious, sparkling creature. It looked so familiar. It looked like kelp.
Kelp swam towards land as fast as he could.
Wasn't very fast.
It
at
wasn't very
all.
fast at all, no. Hoping that he could catch up with the creature that looked just like him. When he finally reached the shore, Kelp felt a little bit anxious. He had never left the ocean. Do you know what the word anxious means? Do you know what it feels like to be anxious?
Yeah, because anxious is one of those emotions that you can also really feel in your body.
Yeah.
And anxious can be part worry, it can
Mhm.
be part nervousness, it can be
Mhm.
part scared.
Mhm.
Sometimes when you're going to a new space or you're going to
Mhm.
meet new people, that can be cause somebody to be anxious.
Mhm.
And for me, it feels like kind of butterflies in my stomach.
Yeah, I kind of get a tummy ache a little bit.
Yeah.
And I feel a little bit like sometimes my body might shake a
Ooh.
little bit, like,
Yeah.
oh, I don't know what this is going to be like. Oh, no.
Hmm.
He was nervous about walking for the first time, but the land creatures, they made it look so easy. Look at this,
Okay, well, if a crab can do it,
right?
but some creatures aren't meant to walk like crabs.
No.
And oof, that was hard.
Oh, no.
It wasn't so easy. Also, unicorns don't really hop like frogs, but thankfully, eventually he got the hang of it.
Persevering and not giving up. Everything on land was strange and beautiful, but also kind of scary. Kelp began to think that he might never find the creature that looked just like him. But as he stumbled out of the forest,
Hmm, let's say this together.
land narwhals!
Actually, we're unicorns. And by the looks of it, so are you. Look at all those unicorns having fun. This one's all in their feelings.
Yes.
Playing the guitar.
Yeah. Closer I am to find. Kelp had never heard of unicorns before. They taught him all sorts of new things about his tusk. We call them horns.
Wow!
They introduced him to unicorn delicacies,
Mm.
the unicone, and they showed him how to gallop. There was no doubt that Kelp was, in fact, a unicorn, and he was having so much fun that he didn't want to leave.
I know that feeling.
Mm-hmm.
I feel that way sometimes at libraries.
Yeah.
Because you could just sit there and look at so many books.
Yeah.
And sometimes they've also got some games or some activity centers there.
Or they have special guests that come and read,
Like us.
like us,
I love libraries.
right?
But then Kelp remembered all of his friends under the sea. Kelp missed them terribly. So he said goodbye to the unicorns and returned to the ocean. Come back soon. Oh, made some nice friends.
Thank you for holding the book up there. I was able to adjust my wig. Kelp swam towards home as fast as he could, which of course wasn't very fast at all, hoping that the narwhals would still like him now that he was a unicorn. I think he's got nothing to worry about. They've made him a sign that says, "Welcome home."
Kelp!
Oh my goodness, they're excited. And when he finally arrived, Kelp had butterflies in his stomach. Just
Feeling
like
a
we were
little
talking
nervous
with
again.
being anxious.
Kelp took a deep breath and told his friends the news. It turns out I'm not a narwhal.
Of course you aren't.
I'm a unicorn. We all knew that. They took it quite well.
Yes. Best friends ever. Kelp was happy to be home, but now that he'd experienced life on land with the unicorns, he couldn't seem to forget them. Did he want to be a land narwhal with the unicorns or a sea unicorn with the narwhals? Kelp couldn't decide, but then he realized that maybe. Just maybe.
He didn't have to choose. Look at all of them enjoying each other's company.
Isn't that amazing? And the acoustic guitar player is still in his feels over by there, by the fire.
Frolicking with rainbows. And I mean, I guess it's a little bit harder to play volleyball when you've got tusks and horns.
Yeah. Yeah.
The end.
And
Oh, wait. There's
a special surprise at the end.
Hi, I'm a unicorn.
That was great. Still one of our favorites, right?
Not quite narwhal.
Not quite narwhal.
All right, we have another book. This one I'm going to read.
Yes.
So this is also by permission of Simon & Schuster.
That's correct.
So why don't you relax while I tell you about
Oh, my friend, I'm just going
Add
to
Glitter.
I'm going to sit here and I'm going to listen. I'm going to try and make sure my eyelashes don't fall off.
Does anybody out there like glitter?
I love glitter.
I wonder if any of the adults said yes.
Oh, well, that might be a different story entirely.
Just add glitter. Bored, ignored, or feeling down? Need some fancy in your town? Want some shine upon your crown? There's a little crown. Everything looks very dark and blue. Just add glitter. Oh, look at this. This is such a special book that the glitter is actually on the pages. So it's nice.
And you can feel it too
Yeah.
when you touch it, right?
Try a speck, a fleck, a sprinkle. See how things begin to twinkle. A little here, a little there. Glitter, glitter, anywhere. Ooh, they made a glitter dinosaur. Looks like they're making a shark. And they've glittered up their crown.
Amazing.
Is your bedroom such a bore? How about sparkle on your door? Could your art use something more? I have a feeling this room is about to just add glitter. A dash, a dusting, or a touch. It's so small but does so much. A little here, a little there. Glitter, glitter everywhere. Are your walls looking for glitz? Looking for more flashy bits? Time for putting on the Ritz. Just add glitter. Look at this adorable cat. And this whole page, you can feel it. It's got glitter in it.
Oh,
That's what's making it
yeah.
extra, extra shiny, sparkly in the light. A pinch, a cupful, or a mound. Glimmer, shimmer by the pound. A little here, a little there. Uh-oh. Glitter, glitter everywhere. That's something about glitter. You don't just get glitter in a little tiny spot.
And it doesn't really disappear after one cleanup either.
Oh, no. Have you made your whole world gleam? Do you love this glistening dream? Then grab a ton, have fun, and scream.
Look at that. It's so beautiful.
No, it's whole glitter world. Add more glitter. Uh-oh. Stop! We've got enough. We're lost in all this sparkly stuff. Uh-oh. I thought we needed all this bling, but it's too much of a good thing. This glitter makes it hard to see. What sparkles most is you and me. Look at their happy smiles. The
And
end. But there, the world looks a little bit brighter now, doesn't it?
and look,
Googly eyes.
googly eyes.
Something else that I love, I love arts and crafts.
Me too, friend.
The end.
The end.
Just add glitter.
So I couldn't hide that adjusting of the wig here. It's amazing. It's like the more expressive I am when I'm reading, it causes it to slowly start inching off my head. I know it's hard to believe that this is not my natural hair.
Friend, have I asked you how you're feeling?
Oh my goodness, you haven't, but thank you. I'm feeling kind of happy, and I know it. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it and you really want to show it, if you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, stomp your feet. If you're happy and you know it, stomp your feet. If you're happy and you know it and you really want to show it, if you're happy and you know it, stomp your feet. If you're beautiful and you know it, shout hooray, hooray! If you're beautiful and you know it, shout hooray, hooray! If you're beautiful and you know it and really want to show it, if you're beautiful and you know it, shout hooray, hooray!
Do you think we can do all three?
Yeah, I think we probably could, but I think
Do you remember what we're celebrating this month?
pride, so we could be proud. If you're proud and you know it, do all three. Clap, clap, stomp, stomp, hooray. If you're proud and you know it, do all three. Clap, clap, stomp, stomp, hooray.
If you're
Proud and you know it and you really want to show it. If you're proud and you know it, do all three. Clap, clap, stomp, stomp, hooray.
that was gorgeous.
I've got a voice like an angel.
So Pride Month is usually the month of June, and sometimes it's just Pride Day, sometimes it's Pride Week, sometimes it's Pride Month. We obviously like to celebrate Pride all year round,
Every day.
but it's a special time for our members of the LGBTQ plus community to celebrate who they are. And it started off as a fight because people were not being treated equally. And so people had to rise up and fight against that. And so now we celebrate, but we also keep in mind where our history comes from. And this next book, which is also, we've got permission from Simon & Schuster, is called Our Rainbow. And what I love about Pride is that suddenly there's rainbows everywhere.
Yes.
So a lot of stores will put up rainbows, sometimes houses will. We'll have Pride celebrations. And now, of course, everybody is allowed to love rainbows.
Yeah.
Rainbows are for anybody. But we use the rainbow flag to represent different things. And it represents the LGBT community. Yeah. And so sometimes it shows that, you know, if you see it on a business, it means that it's a safe space. Yeah. If you see it in libraries, it means that it's inclusive for everybody and it's inclusive. And so this is a book that's going to talk about our rainbow colors. Yeah.
Hi, friends. Black, brown, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, and purple. These are the colors of the rainbow flag. Do you know what they stand for?
Now, some of you might be thinking, well, I only see flags with red to purple. So the black and the brown are newer additions to our rainbow flag.
Honoring.
And black and brown are for diversity and inclusivity. Diversity and inclusivity are what gives us strength and beauty. And we also added them specially to acknowledge and respect our Black, Indigenous people of color who are in our community and recognize that they're such valuable members of our family.
And that they have done some incredibly brave things at the beginning of the whole movement, which brought us to Pride today. And it is so important to honor those brave steps that people of color, Black, brown, and Indigenous people have done, because if they had not taken those first steps, we would not be celebrating and having the privileges that we now get to experience being members of the LGBTQ plus community.
And, you know, we are in Canada and we're in Ontario, and there's still even people in Ontario and in Toronto even that feels like everybody doesn't deserve the same rights.
Yeah.
And so it happens still to this day. So while we celebrate Pride, we also keep in mind year round that not everybody has the rights and privileges that we do.
Yes. Red is for life. Let's celebrate ourselves and the people around us every day.
Orange is for healing. Sometimes we might hurt someone's feelings. When this happens, we should say sorry and do something nice for them. Because we heal our bodies, like if I get a cut or if I get a bruise, we're healing, but we also need to heal our emotions and our relationships.
Absolutely.
Sometimes.
And when you make a mistake, because you will, that's how it works being a human, the way that we learn is through those mistakes. And sometimes those mistakes we make can hurt other people. So it is so vitally important that you own the error and that you work towards making a change. Yellow is for sunlight. Don't hide in the shadows, friends. Come out and play in the warmth and the light of the sun.
Green is for nature. Our green world is full of beauty. Its plants, trees, and animals inspire us.
Blue. Blue is for harmony. Let's try our best to get along with others, even when they are different from us. And may I just say, I am grateful of the differences that we have as human beings. Because if we were all the same,
Boring.
each one of us brings something unique, something that we can all benefit from in a way and learn from each other. So be you. I think we've said that a few times during this story time, haven't we? Very important.
Purple is for spirit. Within each of us is a beautiful and unique spirit. Let's celebrate it together. This is my favorite page, but it doesn't have any words.
No.
Faye, if you were going to make up the words to tell a story for these pages, what would you say?
The sounds, the excited voices, the love, the joy, the happiness, the music, the glamour, and the sun sparkling high in the sky. It was the most beautiful Pride celebration ever.
Oh, that was beautiful. Oh, that was good.
Thank you.
Some Pride celebrations look like this.
Mm-hmm.
Just a bunch of people hanging out in a park.
Yeah.
We have people celebrating with families. We have drag performers. So much diversity in our communities.
We have allies who are there as well. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the thing that we need to know, the reason why Pride is such an important time, it allows members of the LGBTQ plus community, their families, their allies, their friends to gather for it to be safe, inclusive, kind, and fun. And it empowers all of us. It fills our hearts up, and it allows us the opportunity to carry that pride and that joy that we feel that day for being who we are. It allows us to carry it with us each and every day, because not every day can be a large gathering like that.
No.
But it's so important that we have those opportunities to gather and meet and celebrate our community.
And even if you can't get out and join Pride celebrations in real life, that's why we're able to do this virtual Pride for Kitchener Public Library. And it's how we can find communities in different ways, especially now since we can't gather. So thank you so much to everybody that is visiting us from the Kitchener and Waterloo areas,
and
from
Cambridge and the region of Waterloo. And thank you, Kitchener
so
Public Library, for having us come and do this virtual Pride event for you. We look forward to a time when it's safe, when we can all gather together.
We will be back.
And share space together. So happy Pride from Faye and Fluffy. We love you very much. Be proud every day. And always remember, be who you are. Bye, everybody.
See you soon.
Yeah.
Find us on Instagram.
Yes.
Have a great day, everyone.
You too. Bye.
Bye.